And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs,
the show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 129. Can't believe it still. We're so glad you've joined us. I am Kim White, your host for today, and I am joined by the interview king himself, Adam Rothenberg. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Kim. I am so excited for today's show.
Me too, Adam.
And one of the reasons that I love GME so much, Kim, I have to start off by telling you this, is because GME can provide entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators with ideas of ways that they could put a weekly show together, or how they want to show their audiences what they have been up to, or how to get information to their clients and customers. GME is here to inspire you, and it is here as a place to get information about your business adventure. Maybe one of our Roving Reporters segments will help you put something into practice. Whatever your reason is for watching GME, we are glad that you are here.
I agree, Adam, and I'm already inspired.
Well, great. If you're inspired, I'm inspired, and we hope you, the viewer, are inspired as well. So then let's jump right into Entrepreneur Land, which is the land that we live in.
This week's show, number 129 again, I have to get stuck on that number. The theme for the show today is getting more sales. I have to give a little soapboxy moment, Adam, because I hear all these wonderful entrepreneurs and business owners say, oh, I am just here to serve. And okay, but if you don't get paid, if you don't make sales, you won't stay in business, because that's the way business works. So anyone who is on a mission, I am grateful you're on that mission to make an impact, but you have to make sales to stay in that business and, continue that mission. So getting more sales is the theme for today's show.
I agree, Kim. If you're not earning money, how are you going to stay in business? Mm-hmm. And I also agree that I don't know one entrepreneur in my circle who doesn't want more sales.
Exactly. Well, I have to share a little tiny story before we go into the chronicles. Okay. It's freezing here today. I'm just going to say I'm cold, and I wore a hoodie today, which is not the normal, but it's one of my favorite hoodies. And it says Campfire Stories and Good Friends. It's from Jellystone Park in Memphis, Tennessee. And I feel like they have mastered some things there at that campground. I call myself at 58 a digital nomad still, because we are still, rolling down the road when we want to and doing the things and continuing to do business. But they've learned to not only book the campground sales, but they've also learned to do branded products and merch, as our Donna Bender would call it. So this sweatshirt is a great example of something that I wear all the time, y'all. I just want you to see. And I think it is an amazing way to get more sales. Think of how you can get more sales using something else that's aligned with what you're doing.
Well, that's a great example, Kim.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome. I have one question for you about when you were in Memphis. When you were there, did you always sing to yourself, "When I was walking in Memphis"?
Actually, I didn't, Adam, but I have to say I had the privilege of teaching a a class on top of the famous hotel there. I actually got to do a rooftop class. We had a rooftop VIP party. It was like amazing. So yeah, I like it there, Adam. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, I love it. Well, speaking of VIPs, we are going to go into the GME Chronicles, which is our way of showing you what is possible, what you can do in your business. I hope that the GME Chronicles is a living proof way for you to show, as a way for you to show your clients and customers what you've been up to, as a way to celebrate your wins. You can use it how you want. And it really is amazing as we watch it week to week and we see the numbers rise as to how much we've gotten accomplished. It really is a great feeling. And it's a great way as a time capsule for you to show what you've accomplished over a certain amount of time. For us, it's 3 years and counting. So let's go into it.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, October 17th, 2025. The GME Chronicles is the celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud with you, not to show off, but to show what's possible when we come together in business. To catch you up, we had 4 Pilates classes with Kat in Small Space Pilates. There was Website Royalty, the place to get your Kajabi website questions answered within the My Sexy Business community. There were rounds 35 and 36 of the Fire Up Mastermind, just a mastermind for fierce leaders who are ready to serve hard, use irresistible, not creepy marketing, build relational businesses, and truly empower others. There were 2 sessions of Simple Publishing Mastermind, the mastermind that gives you the tools to format and publish your edited work beautifully, even if you've never done it before. And 1 session of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Choose Your Own Adventure Business Mastermind with real-time strategy, tech help, and accountability. Kat posted a new blog, The Myth of Outrunning Your Genetics, a Personal Health Journey. Denise posted a new blog, 3 Simple Ways to Find Keywords for Your Business. Donna posted a new blog, Too Cool for the Dog Park. And My Sexy Business went live with show number 128 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to subscribe to the My Sexy Business YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. Check out the latest season of SEO Day podcast, where the host Denise Millet, your findability queen, dives into real SEO questions from entrepreneurs and dishes out simple, actionable tips to get you found faster by the customers already searching for you. Head to your favorite podcatcher to listen now, along with these podcasts: Sisters in Service, Late Bloomer Living, Buckets and Boom Gates, 5 and 15 Interviews Leadership Series, Bearing It All with Call Me Adam, Mucked Up My Self-Care, and Mama Outspoken. On Clubhouse, Adam and Denise hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday, which currently has 1,308 members. And on Thursday, we held the 57th Walk and Talk with the community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can find everyone there. This all brings our number to 21, making our grand total 7,011 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, save the date for the Vision Board Party on October 29th at 11 a.m. Central. It's a virtual gathering inside the My Sexy Business community where we create vision boards together. Whether it's your very first time or your 50th, you are invited to come and dream, design, and celebrate with us. But this week, you can find us at Website Royalty, the place to get your Kajabi website questions answered within the My Sexy Business community. And speaking of the community, you can join us in places like the Clubhouse audio app, the Buckets and Boomgates studio, Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Walk and Talk, Kitchen to Kitchen, and wherever you're watching now for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to check out the events calendar for more information on what's coming up next at mysexybusiness.com/events. Back to you in the GME studio.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, those numbers are incredible. Cheers.
There's a cheers because that is amazing. I can't believe we broke 7,000.
Yes, that is so exciting.
Ooh, it
Oh
is
my
very
gosh.
exciting, Adam. I have to tell you, all the podcasts just inspire me. I listen to the podcast that everybody does. I'm behind right now, just for the record, because some weeks are just busier than others. But if you haven't checked out the podcast, I'm definitely going to say go and check them out. That's one of the things that all of the community that podcast does for free. Like they give that out for free to help everyone around them. That's what makes me so proud. And the getting more sales is very important because podcasting can bring more sales. It can put you out there in a way that is different than the other ways that you're out in the world. So don't ever underestimate a podcast.
100% agree, Kim. I almost called you Denise for a moment because I was thinking about the SEO Day mug.
Well, since you mentioned it, Adam, our findability queen says make Tuesdays your SEO day. And I agree. It is a great day to implement your things to be more findable, which also brings in more sales. But Adam, can I just talk about one of my all-time favorite podcasters ever?
Yes.
So this little Australian bucket of swearing sunshine is one of my favorite humans on the earth. And we want to celebrate her today because she does not have a birthday. She has a birthday month. Let's just be clear. So we want to celebrate our very own Carrie Czar. We love Carrie. Carrie's actually the co-founder of GME. If anyone doesn't remember, I want to remind everybody, she is actually the one that was in cahoots with me to get this show started. So Carrie, we love you, we miss you, and we thank you for all you've done to pour into all of us.
Yes, I have to say, Carrie, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope you have plenty of coffee on your birthday. I know how much you love your coffee. And I need to thank you for everything you did to help me get on track with my budget. I know you hate the B word, and I'm sorry to use it in your birthday tribute, but you did help me get on track with it. And every month now I have been keeping up with it. So thank you.
Lots of kudos go to Carrie. Lots.
Yes. Yes. And somebody else that I love keeping up with is our first roving reporter today, the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado. As oh wait, I have to hold on. I forgot my job today. I forgot that I have to remove the slide. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Apologies, Kat. Apologies. So
wait, can I just say co-host, button pusher, like production leader, like all the things Adam's trying to do at one time. But the green room is amazing. The members of the production team are rocking it, Adam.
Yes, they are. We have such an incredible team behind us, with us, for us, all the us's. We have an incredible team. So the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado is our first roving reporter today. And did you know, Kim, that as entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators, we sit for an extended amount of time and that our muscles get very tired?
I experience that often, Adam, and I just have to laugh and tell you I just poured my coffee in my keyboard. So if anything happens.
Oh my goodness. Well, Kim, I think then Kat's segment is going to be very good for you because we all definitely need to stretch more from sitting for long amount of times. And I just remember how proud I used to feel for myself after a workout when I used to go to the gym, but now I don't exercise at the gym. So I am very excited for Kat's segment to find out what pat yourself on the back stretches are, because it sounds like a great way to celebrate stretching.
Thanks, Kim. Hi, everyone. Here is stretch number 3 for your shoulders. It's a little similar to the one we did last week, but just a little bit different. So I want you to take your arm across your body like you did this last time and pat yourself on the back. Just touch your back. Take your other hand here, drop the shoulder down and press. Do you feel that? Good stretch. And release. Please make sure you do both sides, not just one. And always make sure this is appropriate for you by asking your physical therapist and or your attending physician. So until next time, back to you in the DNU studio.
Oh my gosh. Did you get your keyboard cleaned up?
I'm working on it as we speak, Adam. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Well, while you're cleaning up your keyboard, let me answer a question for Kat, which you asked in your segment is, did I feel that stretch? Kat, I did the stretch while your video was playing. And yes, indeed, I felt the stretch. And I love that it's pat yourself on the back because it makes me feel good that I'm doing something good for my body. So thank you for that stretch. And, if you're looking for more ways to work with Kat and to get a lot of stretches, Kat is so generous because she offers a free week of small space Pilates. And I'm going to tell you how you can take advantage of that free week. If you go to Kat's website, which is smallspacepilates.com, you can click on, at the top of the screen, you can click on SS Pilates, or you can scroll down and look at all these beautiful tiles. You can click on the small space Pilates tile, and that will take you to her small space Pilates page, which will give you a little bit of an introduction and history of Kat and why she's so excited that you're here. And as you continue to scroll down, you'll get a bio about Kat, which will give you more information about how fabulous she is. And if that is all you need and you want to sign up and right away do it, click I'm ready to sign up me now. But if you are a try before you buy kind of person like Kat is, then she offers the free week of classes. So you can click this purple button that says, yes, sign me up for a complimentary week. And I love that Kat offers the try before you buy. And the other important thing that you need to know about Kat is that she believes everybody has the right to feel good in their body. So no matter how you are feeling, Kat has a place for you to help you and to get you on your journey of health and wellness. So thank you, Kat.
Doesn't matter your fitness level or how much space you have. She can rock your world.
Yes. And another place that Kat rocked our world was at the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit, which we just had this past Wednesday. If you didn't get to tune in live and watch it, you are in luck because you can watch the replay. And the replay is available on the My Sexy Business website. So you can go to mysexybusiness.com and click on the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit tile and you can watch the replay there. So the theme for the summit was entrepreneurial hiccups and hurdles that we encounter as entrepreneurs and business owners and creatives. So we hope you will tune into the replay and catch up on everything that you missed.
Love it. Summit is always so amazing, Adam.
Yes, it is. It is one of my favorite events that we do. And speaking of the summit, our next roving reporter, Donna Bender, gave a lot of great insight during the roundtable discussion at the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit, which is why I'm excited to ask you this question, Kim. Have you ever wondered how a holiday like National Pizza Day can help you grow your business?
I asked that question after hearing Donna the first time. Now we implemented what she told us. So it's very strategic what she shares.
Yes, I agree. Donna is here to demonstrate just that with silent movie era to today, showing appreciation grows your business. Now, I just want to let everybody know before we play the video, because Donna is paying homage to the silent movie era, the first few moments of her segment intentionally does not have sound. So let's play it.
Look, it's ready to go in the oven. Kim and Carrie, do you want a piece? Hi, this is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on another holiday to celebrate. National Pizza Day is coming February 9th, and pizza has become a phenomenon, and celebrating this day provides a delicious and universally enjoyable way to show appreciation to your clients and your employees. So here are some ideas. Host a pizza party at your office or local pizzeria. And if your team is remote, you could send a pizza delivery voucher so everyone can order their perfect pie. You could give pizza gifts. You know, there's beautiful cutting boards or a pizza cutter. I've had mine for 18 years. And have a pizza lunch meeting in your office and invite employees and your clients. I know people who have gone to a pizza class and they just adored it. I would love to go to a pizza class. And there's also pizza kit deliveries for an at-home activity. It's a DIY, and it comes with the dough, the sauce, the cheese, and everything. So using National Pizza Day to thank your clients and employees can strengthen relationships, boost morale, and create a sense of community, all while enjoying a slice or two. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Kim, how much do you love pizza?
I love pizza. I just had pizza yesterday, Adam. I love pizza.
I love pizza too. And I think Donna had a great idea about sending the team a pizza voucher delivery. I think that's such a wonderful idea. And then I could get a whole pineapple pizza.
Is that a hint, Adam? I should be
just a subtle hint that the team would probably love a pizza delivery voucher.
Well, and let us just say this. This seems maybe strange to be doing a February holiday in October, but here's the thing that Donna's so good about. She gives us plenty of notice so that we can get it on our calendar and we can make a plan and we can implement that plan. So I may be guilted into pizza party vouchers, y'all. I just have to say, Adam was pretty slick about that.
And if you are looking for more ways to surprise and delight your clients and employees and help show your appreciation to them, every month Donna hosts the big show and tell on her YouTube channel at Donna Bender Giving. And the next big show and tell that is coming up is on Tuesday, October 28th at 1 p.m. Central. So you want to make sure today that you head over to Donna Bender's YouTube channel so you can subscribe to it and click the bell so you get the notification and reminder for the big show and tell that's coming up. But if you missed September's big show and tell, you're in luck. Donna has the replay on her website. So you can get plenty of ideas of holidays throughout the year that you can show appreciation to your clients and employees and the magical way that it can help grow your business. And Donna tells it only the way Donna can. She's very entertaining and she gives great information throughout the whole show and tell.
She's very fun.
Yes,
And
she is.
using Donna's strategy actually gets you more sales. So we want to put that out there too. That's another great way to get more sales, is to follow the things that Donna teaches.
100%. Kim, I'm having such trouble with your name today. I think I almost called you Donna.
I will take any of those. I will take any of the names.
Perfect. Well, somebody else who is very fun in our community is Yvonne Marchese. And I have another question for you, Kim. Have you ever been working in the corporate world and doing a side hustle at the same time, wondering how you can leave the cushion of your corporate life behind and start living out your dream life of working your side hustle full time?
Okay, full transparency, no. However, we have helped a lot of people do that, Adam. How's that?
That is a good answer. And I love that Yvonne has some great ideas in her segment on how you can go from corporate to full-time business.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator, here to talk about midlife entrepreneurship. And today I want to talk about transitioning from corporate life to entrepreneur life. If you've started a side hustle and you're wondering when it's the right time for you to take the leap to full-time, I've got some ideas for you. First, trust your gut. When your side hustle starts to feel like it's your true calling, that's a sign you're on the right track. I remember starting my photography business as a side hustle, and I was so much happier doing photography than I was going to my regular job. I'd been doing weekend photo sessions for years while working my full-time job when I started to wonder if I was ready to go full-time. It was a really hard decision. To make that decision, one of the first things that you can do is make a solid financial plan. Do you have a financial cushion of some sort? Or can you build a nest egg that can keep you afloat during your transition? And here's something that you can do to gain some clarity. Make a list of milestones that you'd like to achieve before going full-time. It could be a certain revenue goal, a number of clients, or even a specific skill that you want to master. Remember, transitioning isn't about knowing how everything is going to work out. It's about taking steps while staying adaptable. When you're excited to dive into your business every day and you've achieved your milestones, that just might be the sign that you're ready to go to the full-time entrepreneurship status. So trust your instincts, make a plan, take baby steps for now, and take that leap when you hit your milestones and it feels right. Think of it as an adventure. You're probably closer than you think, and remember, it's never too late. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
I absolutely love what Yvonne had to say about the signs of when it might be ready. I remember when I was getting ready to leave my corporate job to go into entrepreneurship full time, and it was that gut. I definitely was listening to my gut, and I heavily listened to Pink's song Courage, because it keeps asking, do I have the courage to change? And that all got me through it.
I remember counting those days down, Adam, and I think that that was an amazing thing to do together. I will say that. If you are looking for a way to be together, Yvonne is such a great resource. Her podcast is such a great resource for all the things to make that leap. So many stories.
Oh, she talks to some incredible people, and her podcast is Late Bloomer Living. And you can go to your favorite podcatcher and subscribe to it and listen to all the inspiring entrepreneurs she talks to. And I'm just always amazed by some of the people that she has had and the things that they have done. It's very inspiring.
Mountain climbing, like I'm trying to think of all the things, movie making,
yes,
like business building.
I think there was like I want to say I think there was dancing or acrobatics at oh my God, it's incredible. So many people.
She's amazing. And she's a branding photographer. I just want to say this out loud, that she actually goes all over the US and does photos for clients. So I think that's something else to be said about Yvonne. When she was side hustling it and just taking things on the weekend, she is full blown, full on now and has been for quite a while.
Yes. And speaking of knowing when to take that leap, have you ever been stuck in business and didn't ask for help?
I have, Adam. I've let my pride get the best of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized my pride was costing me more than I wanted to pay.
Well, yes, I have been in that same position, Kim. And our next Roving reporter, Jill Olish, shows us what happens when we do take that leap and ask for help in multiplying your strength.
Thanks, Kim. For moms in business, I feel that we are almost expected to be able to handle it all on our own, that this is what we chose, so we get to do it all on our own without any help, which is a total lie, because who doesn't need help? Especially moms, and especially entrepreneurs, and especially people who are just human. So why aren't we asking for help? And for me, not knowing what I didn't know, like you don't know what you don't know until you realize you don't know it. So that has been the trigger for me in asking help. I have always tried to research things on my own. And when I fail to find that what I have done that work-wise fails or doesn't do enough for me to succeed, I then reach out for help. I have a mastermind group that I'm a part of, and I'm asking for feedback for help. In motherhood, I'm asking for help when things get hard. Like right now, our school drop-offs, they are hard. And I had to ask for help because I was out of ideas on how to help my son feel comfortable leaving me. And I had to ask for help from professionals to see if we can alleviate the stress for both of us, because it is leaking into my day and what I am able to accomplish. And I'm sure it's leaking into his day, affecting him once he does separate from me at school. So asking for help isn't weakness, it is strength. It's multiplying our strength. So in business, when you are looking like you are at a dead end and not sure where to turn to next in what you're working on, ask for some help. You'll get that strength behind you to move on into the next space that you can succeed in. You don't have to carry this all alone. Moms and entrepreneurs alike, and humans in general, we can ask for help. Back to you in the GME studio.
My favorite part about that, Kim, is when Jill said that asking for help is not weakness, it's strength.
I love it. Multiplying your strength can bring you more sales as well.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes. And Jill gives so much more insight and into how to manage parenting and business and life and all of the things that go with it on her podcast, Mama Outspoken, which she co-hosts with her husband, Bobby. So you get both perspectives of parenting and working in business and balancing all of that and managing it. And great. And they talk from their own personal experience. So they're sharing what they have gone through, and you know, I'm sure that Jill loves hearing from fellow parents of what they're going through too. So you do want to go to your favorite podcatcher and search for Mama Outspoken and make sure you subscribe to it so you always get the latest episodes sent right to your wherever you listen to your podcast.
I love it. It's a great podcast.
It is. It is. And the other thing that Jill does so wonderfully is she is our hostess with the mostest for our vision board party. And the vision board party is is a time when we all come together to work on our vision boards, whether you're up leveling your current one or you are going to make one for the first time. Jill will take you through both ways to do it. So the next vision board party is coming up on Wednesday, October 29th at 11 a.m. Central Time. This is our last vision board party of 2025. So you want to make sure you come and work on your vision board. You can go to the My Sexy Business website. You can click on the vision board tile and you can scroll down and say, save my seat and reserve your spot so you can get the link to join us for the vision board party. I am so excited for it. I can't wait to update my vision board. And I'm excited that Jill is going to be there to lead the way.
And I just want to mention it is an open community event that we hold in the My Sexy Business community, but anyone is welcome. If you don't understand vision boards, Jill does an awesome job of sharing how they actually help you with your business and help you in life. So if you're not a business owner, you're still welcome. Like, we want to make sure everybody knows you're welcome to come and join us. We have such a good time.
We sure do.
Well, you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. We're so glad you're with us today for show number 129. And today's theme is getting more sales. I will say about the vision board party, if you get clear about things, it does help you get more sales. So I want to throw that in there today because that is our theme. But I also want to say connecting with others is another way to learn how to get more sales and learn how to do business better, because business is better together. If you go to our website, mysexybusiness.com, and you scroll down to the GME tile, you go over there, you're going to find two big red buttons. The first one is for the replays, and the second one is for the Roving Reporter directory. So all these beautiful humans are willing to let you ask questions and connect with them, and that is where you can go to do that. I also want to remind everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that way you are connected to us and you won't miss any of the GMEs or any of the events we put on. So there you go, Adam.
And one other thing about getting more sales is we get a lot of questions from our viewers. So going along with the theme of getting more sales, we have this question of the week, which is, why am I not selling as much as I want to?
I love this question. And this comes from sometimes being at the very beginning, and sometimes it comes from being stuck as you've already gone down the business adventure a little while and you're stuck in a rut. So if you're not getting more sales, are you listening? That's going to be my first question for you back. Are you listening to what people are asking for, or are you trying to sell to the wrong people? Are you trying to sell something that's the wrong thing to those people? Are you getting in a desperate mode and they feel that, so they feel like you're being sketchy in some way? That's another thing that happens. When you're nervous, it can come off as you're not being honest, or you're not being who they need you to be to trust you. And I think a lot of times, and this seems like a really weird answer probably, a lot of times you need to practice asking for that, whatever it is your solution is you're offering. Practice asking, do you need this? Can I help you with this? And it's amazing how many more sales you can have by opening conversations about what you offer as a solution. So if you're getting started, practice. If you're already on the adventure, practice. If you're way down the adventure, practice. That will help you get more sales.
I love all of the practice, because in the world of performing, it's always practice, practice, practice is how you get to Carnegie Hall. So I love that. And I agree with what you said about listening, that you do have to listen to what your customers want, because maybe you're not getting sales, like you said, because you're not offering what they need. And if you don't hear what they're asking for, that can certainly be a reason.
Absolutely, Adam.
Well, Kim, I have so many questions for you today. So my next question for you is, have you ever been working on something for your business and had that moment where you go, oh, wow, I had no idea this would come in so handy?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Adam.
Well, in our next Roving Reporter segment, which is Military Minute with Kat Corchado, it is sponsored by the Sisters in Service podcast and Kat Corchado herself. Let's find out what this is in Kat's Military Minute segment that focuses on military brat to veteran to business owner.
So, Kat, you've been a military brat. You're now a veteran of the military.
Mhm.
What is the difference between being part of the military family and being the one in the military as it pertains to business?
Well, I think being a part of a military family, you're just part of a military family. You move from base to base, you adapt, and I don't want to say conquer, but you go to a new place. My dad always would make us go off base and eat off base because he thought, not so much stateside, but overseas, because he wanted us, if we got lost, we would know certain landmarks to get back to the base. I think as a military member, helping me in business, you have those landmarks. You have those things that you rely on as a military brat. Those things that you learn and you think, okay, how did I do that? So it's about thinking on your feet. It's about taking time to sit back for a second and go, am I going in the right direction? Because as a military brat, when I feel like I'm turned around, you're not afraid to ask a stranger, sometimes in their own language, directions. So I think it's important that as a veteran being in business, I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm not afraid to ask directions. I'm not afraid to say, ABC 1, 2, 3 girl right here. Can you bring it down a notch? Because I've got questions.
I love what Kat has to say. And I really agree with the landmarks, because I may not be great with street names or something, but I almost always remember, oh, that building, I know I'm going in the right direction. And that Kat is the ABC 1, 2, 3 girl. And she asks questions all the time, which goes along with your philosophy, Kim, of ask until you're clear.
I definitely believe in asking until you're clear. And I know that people hesitate to ask a lot of times, but I'm going to go back to the theme of the show, and I'm going to go back to what Kat said. You get more clarity, you make more money, you make more sales, because you start to understand how to serve better, how to do things better. So I think Kat's experience as a military brat converted into such a beautiful thing now as a business owner. We witness it all the time. We think it's all awesome to see. Kat just accomplished something today for the first time that was a big deal. And I think that's worth saying out loud, though. When you're trying to learn something, it can be very frustrating. And when you're able to translate that into a story maybe later that helps someone, I think that's a very sexy way to get more sales. I'm just going to tell you all. And I think this next segment, I'm just going to say, by the interview king himself, which is Entrepreneurs in Entertainment. I think when you're talking about experiences and you're telling those stories and you're able to turn those into something very powerful, like a performance, I think it is an exceptional way of doing business. So let's head over to Adam's segment and hear what Katie McLean has to say.
Thanks, Kim. It's Adam, and I'm not back in my closet. For today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment, I wanted to share a clip from my recent 2025 interview with 3-time Emmy Award winner Katie McLean. Katie is the first woman to win 3 Daytime Emmy Awards for 3 different roles on 3 different networks on 3 different shows. And in this clip, what Katie talks about bringing real life experience into her role of Dixie Martin on ABC's All My Children is something I think a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners can relate to as well, because we should really be bringing our real life into the stories and things that we share with our clients and customers. Do you have an example of like one scene that you brought that line of reality that you feel comfortable sharing?
Well, you know, there was this one 7-page monologue I had to do as Dixie, talking into a camera to my son, JR, who was a little boy still at the time, telling him all about his mother because they had told me I was going to die, right? And my mother died when I was 25. So I knew a lot about, I was able to sort of go into that place where you empathize so much with, you know, a mother who's going to die young. You know, my mom was 57 when she died, and having to talk to the child and tell them to be strong and tell them to hang on and give them some sort of guidelines in life. And, you know, that was really hard to do. It was really hard to do, you know, for me at that time and just in general.
And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. It's back to you in the GME studio.
Katie is one of my favorite interviews you've done, Adam, and you've done 2,200 plus. She is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, she had a lot of great information to say. And I will say that somebody else who has a lot of great information is our findability queen, Denise Millet.
So hold on, Adam. I know we're like headed down this path, but I want everybody to know how to see the rest of the interview for Katie.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Thank you, Kim.
And I want to say callmeadam.com is the entertainment platform that you want to be part of. That's what I'm going to say to everybody. Already had 2.7 plus million visitors just in the last couple of years. So you don't want to be the one missing out on all the good stuff. But Adam, can I just say really quickly, all of those pages have wonderful interviews, but the fact that Katie accomplished all she did and she shared with you so many things that were so powerful, not only for entertainment value, but for very powerful for business owners to translate that into. But she was on shows, and I'm going to make sure you correct me if I'm wrong. She was on All My Children, As the World Turns, Days of Our Lives. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yes. And she won 3 Daytime Emmy Awards for 3 different characters on 3 different networks on 3 different shows.
Wow.
It's incredible. Yes.
Well, callmeadam.com is the place to go to see the amazing interviews that Adam does. So, Adam, I know you were like charging on, but we weren't going to miss that.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. Well, the other place to go to help get a entertainment platform or website built is Website Royalty, which is hosted by the findability queen, Denise Millet, and Kim White, the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business community. They host it every Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Time. And this is where you can get your Kajabi website questions answered. And if you sign up for Kajabi as your website platform through the My Sexy Business affiliate link, you will get Website Royalty free for a year.
It is such an amazing place. And I want to give a description real quick, Adam. It's not being taught like talked at. It's actually, we come alongside you. What is it that your business needs? What is it that you're building first? Because you can't build everything all in the same 5 minutes. So what is it that you need to do this week to move the needle for your business? So we come alongside. I'm so thankful for Denise like being part of this, because she and I are cohorts in crime, we'll call it, for website royalty. But we don't want you to ever feel like you're dismissed. So I think it's really important. We are doing some live streams right now to get the word out more about, the help that's there, the support that's there for Kajabi, our favorite all-in-one platform. You head over to the channel you're watching and get more information, we'll call it. We put a lot of strategy out there. We put a lot of things out there, but there's a lot. We could go every day probably for the next 10 years and not cover everything. There's just so much. So anyway, we want to invite everybody to YouTube to check out what we're talking about.
Well, thank you for that description, Kim. It was very helpful. And speaking of the findability queen herself, I have another question for you, Kim. Have you ever tried to sell a product online through an auction site but didn't get any bids?
Oh my goodness. Yes. I actually learned how to do keywords from selling things on eBay many years ago. So yes, and Denise is the queen of that as well.
She is. So let's go to her segment where she is going to show you how your items become more findable online with SEO for auction items. Because if they can't find you, they can't do business with you.
Does understanding SEO help with sites like eBay or auction sites or those kind of places?
Absolutely. Because if you think about it, when people go to those sites, they're searching for things. So the way that you describe or title your product should be in line with how you think your shopper is going to be looking for things. So if you just put, red t-shirt in there, maybe that's going to work. But would it be better to say, red t-shirt with Superman, whatever on it from 1980, whatever? Because they're going to search for something more specific. So it is very, very helpful. And auction items are often included in search results in the major search engines. So it's a good thing to put them in there too.
Oh, Denise Millet gives such great tips on how to be more findable online. And you can get even more tips from her through her podcast, SEO Day podcast. And the thing I love most about Denise's podcast is that she really uses it to get your questions answered. So she has an amazing way for you to submit questions. You can go to her website, denisemillet.com, and you can submit a question for her to answer on the podcast. And then you can tune in and hear Denise answer your question.
Remember to make Tuesdays your SEO day. I'm going to remind everybody.
Yes, every Tuesday is when new episodes drop. So it's time now to head over to Princess Speak, which is sponsored by the My Sexy Business team and community. And let's head into it.
Princess Speak is the simple business language for business owners and entrepreneurs that our community uses on the daily. This week's phrase is simple sales. So sticking with the theme of getting more sales, if you make an offer to someone to buy something and it's too complicated, they don't really know what it is, how can they say yes? So the simpler it is, the more sales you're likely to get. So simple sales is one of my favorite phrases, and I believe to my middle, if you get clarity and make it simple, the right people will buy whatever it is you're selling.
I agree, Kim. When something is too complicated, I check out, and not check out as in buying. I check out as in I leave and go look for it somewhere else. So I definitely agree that the better clear you can get with what you're trying to sell, the more understanding that somebody can have, the better it will be.
Well said, Adam.
I think it brings me back to last show where we talked about keep it simple, sexy, and bringing in that idea of really the more simple, the more clear, the easier it is for someone to say yes to you or to your thing. Because I know sometimes I like to make things very flashy and fun and all this information, but we can only take in so much. And when it's simple, we can take it in a lot more easily.
Well said, Jill.
I agree with you, Jill. I think before, when people would say, well, why should I'll just say Pilates for a second, and why should I take it? And I would just have this barrage of information, which I think confused them. And now I'm just like, you're paying for my 15 years of experience. Boom. And leave it there. And they either want to go with it or not. So I think when you're very clear, you can keep it simple because you have that confidence, you have that, that picture of what it is you're looking for, and you're able to say what you need to say to people and not make it overwhelming.
Thank you, Kat.
That's so true, Kat. I know sometimes as we get better and we get more experience and more expertise, we have this collective language we use to describe what we do. We have to forget that the people we're talking to don't have the same expertise. And so you got to get them back to square one to explain what you do, because if you start talking like they know everything, then they're obviously going to be frustrated and just walk away. So that's something I try to remember.
I think one of the struggles whenever you're talking simple is you think you don't want to dumb something down. I've heard that language a lot. The truth is, brilliant people understand simple. It does not mean who you're talking to is not capable of the brilliant part. It's if you don't make it clear, where they simply know that, yes, you are the solution they're looking for. Yes, you have the answer to what they're looking for. How can they pick you if you make it complicated? We had a fun meme that went around for a long time that if you build a beast, nobody's going to want it, because you can't swallow that. You can't fire hose somebody and them understand that you are that solution. So it's very important to keep it simple. I am going to remind you, sweet viewer, wherever you're at on your business adventure, you got this. Make more sales by listening, by practicing, by being clear. Simple is what sells, and we wish you all the best in your sales. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any of our Good Morning Entrepreneur shows, but we'll see you next week, and we love y'all. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.